Hey guys, what's going on? It's been some time since I've done some gameplay videos, so I figured I'd throw up some Overwatch for you guys. I do have some good gameplay for you this time around. It does start off kind of slow, but it does pick up. You probably noticed last week I didn't really have a video up. Sorry about that. I was actually focusing on some different art or some different skill sets. I was actually focusing on my art skills. Now, something you guys should know is I've actually got a love-hate relationship when it comes to art and crafts and that kind of stuff. But I guess for you guys to know the full extent of it, we should probably start from the beginning. Not like in the beginning, but you know, you get the point. Growing up, I was actually a special ed kid, and I was actually wrongly put in special ed by the Springfield Public School System because back in the 90s, our school system was a joke, and No Child Left Behind left more children behind than it actually helped. And at that time, I actually just needed glasses, but we kind of I had a teacher that was, you know, special ed trigger happy and used that as sort of the save all, solve all for all of the problems that she couldn't really take care of with her kids. And lo and behold, I wound up in special ed, which is bullshit. And we tried to fight it, but every time we would, the Springfield school system would just sit there and threaten child services and what was it, FDS or something like that, and to have us taken away and put with a different family. So, you know, the school system ended up winning, and they sort of screwed up my life more than actually helping it. And throughout school, you know, I wanted to take art classes and stuff like that because it was my escape, you know. When I was sitting there, you know, just being told to shut up and be quiet, I would just sit there and draw, and it would be my escape from it all. And so, you know, I really wanted to take art classes. I wanted to be a part of that world. And every time I would take it, you know, 1 or 2 days would pass that I'd be in the class, and then someone would actually pull me from that class and then just turn around and stuff me back in the basement again. So all throughout grade school and most of high school, you know, I wasn't able to take those classes and get that kind of support and learn, you know, the actual proper stuff from the get-go. Which, you know, it's not really that big of a deal through, you know, high school and grade school because everything that they're going to teach you... Give me a second here.
Heroes never die.
Just had to love you guys out there. Because everything you learn in high school and grade school when it comes to art and stuff like that, you can pretty much just teach yourself at home. Because, you know, they're just going to teach you, like, the basics, like, you know, saturation, hue, your contour lines, you know, that kind of stuff. And, but it wasn't until my high school year, not my high school year, my senior year in high school that I actually got to take an art class. And it was kind of stuff that I had already known at that point. So, you know, there really wasn't that support there that I needed. Now, I know that, you know, what you're saying, that's just an excuse, and yeah, it is, because I had already known everything there, but, you know, it wasn't what I needed, you know. And fast forward into college, I went to OTC, and I took a couple of art classes there, and you know, it was one of these things where I didn't really know how to act as a person, and for some strange reason, I didn't get along with anybody in the art class. You know, I had probably one friend out of it all, and me and the teacher, teachers, because there were 2 of them that I went through, we never got along with them, you know, or I never got along with them, or they never got along with me. And I don't know why, because it was like the more I tried to act as an actual, you know, matured person, the more they hated me. It was like I was wearing some kind of anti-art teacher cologne or something like that. And you know, there was a lot of times that I was kind of put down in front of the class and all of that stuff, and it was actually traumatizing. You know, it was a long time until I could pick up a pencil or a brush. Hell, you know, even now I really can't pick up an actual like sketching pencil because, you know, I pick it up, I start working, and then I start remembering, you know, all the bad times I had in, you know, my college class and with those kinds of people, and, you know, I just throw it down and then I never touch it again. But it actually wasn't until I started taking graphic design classes. These were troubling times, guys. These really were, and you know, it got to the point that I actually put a gun to my head and tried to pull the trigger, and that's not literative. That is figurative, not figurative. Wow, that is the actual literal situation that happened. That's not figurative. So luckily I found my wife, and she actually quite literally saved me. So you guys can blame her for sitting here and watching my crappy videos. But it wasn't until I actually got into some graphic design classes and doing digital art and whatnot. And the first class pretty much went the same way as my art classes. But then again, you know, that was kind of the last class that they were having for that class at that school. And I actually, after that introduction class, I kept with it, and then things kind of got better when I actually started going into an actual graphic design course. And I kind of, you know, me and the teacher got along, and me and the students actually had something in common and stuff like that. And that's kind of what really saved, you know, any kind of artistic value for me, is, you know, I finally had, you know, that teacher that was going to give me support, and, you know, I had friends there and stuff like that. So that was a really good experience. And after that, I threw away the actual physical art. You know, there's nothing wrong with someone that's actually doing physical art and stuff like that, but personally, I have more of a connection with graphic art and stuff like that based on the experience that I've had. You know, and who knows, maybe someday I'll find, you know, a good art community, and I'll be able to sort of, you know, get past a lot of those like experiences and stuff like that I've had. And I may be able to pick up a paintbrush or a sketching pencil, you know, in the near future or something like that. Anyways, I doubt it. But hey, you can't always be cynical, right? Sorry, there's a little bit of an internal argument there. Right about now, the game should be getting a little bit better since I picked up D.Va, and we still got a ways to go. So yeah, D.Va's actually become my main character playing Overwatch. I love her to death because you can spam your ammo, and I'm a spray and prayer for these kinds of games. So, and on top of that, she has infinite ammo. And there's actually one thing that's gonna happen. I don't know if it already has, but I pop her ultimate just as a Roadhog hooks me, and he just yanks it into himself and blows himself up. It was pretty cool. But yeah. Anyways, back to the story. And so the graphic design and the graphic art and stuff like that kind of really saved any kind of art skills or anything like that, because at that time I had shelved everything and I just wasn't going to go back to it. And I'm kind of thankful for that too, because, you know, doing the art and stuff like that was my escape, you know, throughout life. You know, I could start drawing and then have like some epic kind of story in my line, a story in my line, guys. I have an epic story in my mind about the character's backstory and stuff like that. And then, you know, I started picking up a couple different books. For the most part, you know, like fantasy and sci-fi was, you know, kind of my go-tos for it. And I actually picked up a good book the other day that I like. It's called Sketching from Imagination, and this is the sci-fi version. They also have a fantasy version and a character version, which I don't have those yet. I still have some other things I need to take care of. I do know I am needing to renew my concealed carry. So I'll have to get that taken care of first, and then I'll, pick stuff up as I go along. Yes, I do have a concealed carry, and I do believe in that, which is kind of odd because I sort of fit in a bunch of different political views. But the political videos are stuff that you can't put on YouTube anymore without someone getting pissed off and then flagging your video and your channel, and it's probably not a good thing for me to have, which sucks. I'm not really a giant political person. I'm just saying it sucks because there's a bunch of voices there that were completely silenced, and we're stuck dealing with fake news and bullcrap these days now. So, but I'll keep that for another time. The other one that I picked up the other day was the Fantasy Artists Figurative Drawing Bible, which is pretty cool. It's chock full of different stuff from barbarians to ghouls to orcs to elves to humans, the whole 9 yards, with tips and stuff for coloring them in, and equipment and gear and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. I'll have to reread it and then use it as an actual guidebook whenever I need it, or a reference. I also found some cool graphic design artists and stuff like that on YouTube that I watch a lot too. Drawing with Jazz is a pretty good one, and there's some others as well. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. My wife and I are doing well. She's liking her job. She's also picking up overtime too, which I told her, hey, you really don't have to overwork yourself, but she wants to do it, so I'll support her in any way I can. Right now, in this part of it, I really couldn't find, or it dropped me in games that didn't have enough players, so it sort of dropped me back and forth. But after that, I get dropped in with a good group, and we actually have some really good games after that, so it's pretty cool. But you guys will have to see that. Besides that, there's not really a whole lot. Actually, my new pipe came in. It's a Borkum Rift carved Dublin. It was only a $40 pipe. I kind of had my reservations about it since it's only $40. But surprisingly, it's not that bad. I bought a Churchill for the same price, and it wasn't really that good of a smoke. I don't recommend you guys smoking, so if you guys don't I don't recommend it if you guys don't smoke. You can just mute the volume right now and then just watch the gameplay if you guys don't want to hear me talk about it. But for all you pipe smokers out there, the Borkum Rift pipes aren't that bad for $40. Normally you don't want to smoke a briar pipe more than once or twice in a 48-hour period. I've smoked this probably about 3 to 4 times a day, and then I'll smoke my Nording about 3 to 4 times a day as well. And it's held up its side. It's done pretty good. The tobacco that I've got in it is actually Scotty's University The Dean, which I got from pipesandscigars.com. When I first got it, it was dry as all hell. Luckily, it got to me before it was sort of past the point of no return. And I just used the bowl with the damp cloth method to sort of revive it. It's not that bad. It's like a mellow English blend. So it's kind of got a Latakia base with a couple of other stuff blended into it. It's not that bad. You can smoke it more than once, and you can burn it kind of hot without having to worry about tongue bite and that kind of stuff. So all in all, it was pretty good. It was a good experience. I have some Lane 1Q. I got a pound of that coming in the mail. It should be in tomorrow, I think. That's better. It should be in tomorrow. It's supposed to be the most popular pipe tobacco in the United States. If you guys want, or if you pipe smokers that are watching this, want, I can do a review of it once it gets in. I've also got some Lane's HML or something like that. Originally, I was going to get like this real nutty blend, but they sold out before my order could complete, so I had to go back through and then swap it out for something else. And I also needed to replace my Dunhill Nightcap tin. Yeah, I have no clue where my tin went to, and I really want it for my collection, so I also picked up a tin of Dunhill Nightcap. The Dunhill Nightcap, which is supposed to be one of the most strongest pipe tobaccos there is. If you guys want, I can do a review of it. However, I'm a heavy pipe smoker myself, so I don't really get, you know, the how do I say it? Okay, screw it, for lack of better words, the topsy-turvies in my stomach and the spinny room thingy from it. So if you guys want, I'll do a review of that once it comes in. I honestly thought I had about 23 minutes worth of stuff to say in this video. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, no, my parents are getting a divorce, so that's funny. Not really funny. It's kind of sad. But I kind of expected it to happen. I'm not going to go ahead and go into all my family situation and stuff like that. But let's just say I kind of expected it to happen. Expected it to happen sooner or later in my lifetime. You know, it just kind of sucks that it's happening now when, you know, we're kind of old enough to understand, like, what's going on. If we were younger and it happened, it probably wouldn't be too bad because, you know, we wouldn't know the full weight of what's going on with it. But, you know, right now I've kind of got a wife and she's got me, and we kind of have our own life that we're living. So, you know, I expected it to happen, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal to me or my wife because we kind of have our own life to live. And God, that just made me sound like a horrible jerk there. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna stick with what I said there. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get everything out since I've got about a week's worth of stuff to put in a video and a lot of stuff to put into something like this, which I haven't done something like this in a long time. Also, like I said, you know, I haven't done Overwatch in a long time. There was sort of a period where I honestly sucked at it and I got a little bit disheartened, however you guys want to say it. Oh, and look, my beard's coming back. Yeah, sexy. It's like a patchy sexiness. So, yeah. Got a little bit of scruff going on. I don't know how long I'm gonna let it grow out this time. I'll probably just let it fill in. Yeah, feel in, guys. I'm gonna let it feel in. It's gonna feel its way onto my face. Fill in, and I'll probably just sort of keep it at a nice thing there before it goes all neckbeard and stuff. Where are we at here? Alright, so we got a little bit left to go. Let me think here. Yeah, YouTube, stuff like that. Truth is, I've kind of become a little bit disheartened with making YouTube videos and stuff like that. Because, you know, right now I'm close to 80 videos in, and I haven't really noticed any progress on the channel or anything like that, no matter how well I make the video or how well I do my tags and my descriptions and all of that stuff as well. But my wife is kind of supporting me through it, and, you know, she's sort of keeping me afloat right now. I'm gonna keep at it and sort of see where it goes. And truth is, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm personally doing something wrong on the videos, or if YouTube's killing my channel, or has already killed it before it even started, or what. But right now, I suppose all I really can do is try to improve more on my videos and try to find some kind of content that people like, and just keep going until something sticks. I'm still not quite comfortable bringing my graphic, design and my art into a video format just yet. I believe I still have, a lot more studying up and stuff like that before I'm ready to do anything like that. Personally, because I feel like, there was a really big amount of time when I didn't do any of this at all. So it's going to take a lot of time for me to sort of dust everything off and then restudy everything up and stuff like that. So, there is that there. And who knows, maybe someday I may be able to do actual, like, artsy stuff on my channel. Maybe. Someday. I kind of went off the rails there, guys. I'm really sorry about that. I actually got up about 8 o'clock and then started doing some recording and stuff like that and made this video. So I usually don't wake up until about another hour or so, which would put it at about 11 o'clock. So I do apologize about that. Yeah, I've run out of things to say. So, how's the weather? But no, yeah, when it comes to art and stuff like that, my strengths were sort of more of a cartoon style, not, manga styles and stuff like that, actual cartoon style, like Zitz and Carbuncle and stuff like that. Believe it or not, I actually wanted to be a cartoonist, but I said that in a previous video that probably never got watched, so don't worry about that. The only problem with that is I wanted to be a syndicated, like, newspaper cartoonist. And by the time I got to an age where I could do it and I got proficient with it, we sort of developed, technologically wise, that everybody sort of went to the internet format, and the whole syndicated newspaper cartoonist job was sort of killed. So I couldn't really make a living doing what I wanted there. So I kind of had to find different venues. In a later video, if you guys want, I can sort of, explain where I'm wanting to get with art and stuff like that, and the different styles that I'm exploring right now. But it seems that we've kind of run out of time in this video. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you liked it, make sure you like, favorite, and share. I am going to go ahead and start saying, if you guys do find some kind of value in my work, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I don't like putting subscribe as a call to action in my videos, but I'm going to go ahead and start doing it, and let's see how it goes. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay safe out there. I'll leave that light on for you, and wait for it. We've got a couple seconds left. And cue that closer. Nope. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. No. Behind the beat. And I usually go back and forth a little bit, and that just gives it a little bit more bulkier thread, and then give it just a couple extra wraps behind the bead. Like that. Then we take our thread,